pipe down. I need that.
Language barrier, the culture barrier, everything, but you have to face it.
From the automotive capital of the world, we get a look at a venue that pays homage to that industry. Welcome to Ford Field here in Detroit, Michigan. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Detroit Lions. Ball is teed up. Chase McLaughlin to do the honors. And we're off and running from Ford Field. Strong with the return. Escapes the defender. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
No touch. Hey, easy. 63, bad. Carl Leviani. 63. Carl Leviani.
Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that first down flag.
Great. 73. Hey, 73.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. Some good running there to get back what the penalty cost him. Picks up 8.
9-yard pickup. It's 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
Hey, Silver.
Hurts now from the gun. That's completed right side. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. That one goes for 31 yards. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Short pass brought in. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Motioning the tight end now. The play clock runs out. This will be a delay. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now.
Go Silver, ready?
We motion the tight end over. Hurts yet again. On the move, headed right. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. It's Hurts once again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense to the line fast.
And it's 4th down.
73, Kyle Leviani.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. This is a heater going deep. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. Brian Branch has it. So what happened there, partner? Looked like he'd found an early rhythm on that opening series until that last throw.
Yeah, fine line between confidence, which he certainly had, and rhythm, and then also just unwise decision-making, forcing that pick.
Now, Ryan Lyons just about ready. 1st and 10. Dive play straight ahead. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I'd like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
1st down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4.
Ready.
They give it to him again. And he will not get the first, but ooh, this is close. Looks like they're going to have about a yard at most to gain after he picked up 3. 3rd down.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Another carry for him. And that short gain is enough for a new set of down. Working quickly here.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They go play action on 1st down. Forced out to his right. He can run it. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Yeah, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
He calls his own number again. He picks up 15 on the play. And that is good for Detroit 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Escapes the pocket. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And it sets up 2nd down. You know, not surprising that his reputation preceded him here, Brock. They got double coverage on him to try and slow him down.
Yeah, that's what you get. When you're this good and you're this talented, you're going to get the attention, especially early in the game. Now, what kind of adjustments can he make offensively?
Dumped off to his running back. This is not going to help their cause. They had a 3rd down. He's out of bounds, lost a yard too.
That defense, it'll give up that completion every time. They don't just like it, they love it. Because it creates a fun little race between everybody coming downhill to go make that tackle. In this case, run him right out of bounds.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12.
Let's go. Cut 19. Trap 60. Trap 60. Panther 11. Panther 11.
3rd and long for him here. Completed to his running back. And he stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now. A lot of game left, partner, but it will be a shame not to punish your opponents for making a mistake so early.
Yep, they come through on 3rd down, and the chance of transforming that turnover into a touchdown still exists.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Brought in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes. Not quite sure what was coming next. Maybe that same strategy they employ. I'm going to guess so until that defense proves they can stop it.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position.
180, 180.
Design keeper here for Hurts. And he won't get beyond the line of scrimmage. Good work by the defense. Second down coming up. The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And he's brought down after a short gain. Offense in the hurry-up here.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
63.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. He's got his man. This is Walker. At the 20. To the house. Touchdown, L.A. The Chargers trim the lead to 1. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown.
I think he'll take his highlights however he can get them on a handoff, pin off a pass. It really doesn't matter. The important thing is he gets the ball, he gets the touch, and he can do his damage big time.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Chargers tie this game 7-7. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We're back to Ford Field right after this.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Come on.
Throwing now off the play action. That's complete to Sam Laporta. And he's going to be pushed out up near that 40-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And the Lions have a 1st down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
On 1st down, they'll run. Get some space around midfield. Free inside the 30. And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Lions break that tie and now lead by 7.
14. Chargers 7.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. return. It's Rondale Moore. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he'll work this one up to the 28. Alontae Taylor making the stop.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
This is Walker on second. Through the second level at the 40. He's at the 30. Gets the 10. He goes the distance. Touchdown, LA. The Chargers can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Open ahead in the right direction and save this drive early. Here's 2nd and 13. Looking in the air here. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. And the Chargers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Receiver in motion. He's headed right. Walker on 1st down. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up. Looking quickly, trying to get set again.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd.
Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. That's complete to Johnston. Now right. And he's going to be dropped with a big hit at the end of that. But the effort still sets him up with a 1st and goal.
At the Chargers, 1st down. 1st and goal, Chargers.
Play clock getting close to 0. We get a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
No contact. Hey, 73, 73.
Hurts gets it out wide, complete. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal. at the 12-yard line.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Hurts to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. And the Lions will take over as he reports his first interception of our season.
Well, they're in danger going back to somebody who's already done damage in this game. He makes himself, well, he's a top target, but he makes himself a priority for this defense to defend, and they jumped on that opportunity.
On the double.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Mustang 19. Panther 60. Warrior 70. Go.
Shaking off the pit quickly. He's going to throw. Nakua here. He's got it. 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions parlay the interception into points. It's a Puka Nakua touchdown. McLaughlin sets on the extra point. And the Lions break that tie and now lead by 7.
Chargers 14. Chase McLaughlin sets to kick off.
McLaughlin has it on the team, and he's ready to send this flying. Moore with a return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. First call here coming from the shotgun. Running back motions right. Hurts on 1st down. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
So after plenty of scoring already, we have reached the 2-minute warning. Stick around for more from Ford Field on its way. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, Hurts. Escapes out to the left. He finds Johnston. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield down inside the 45-yard line. They get 27 on the play. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
10 at the 43-yard line.
Hand off to Walker from the gun. They'll cobble together a yard there. Kirby Joseph up for the stop. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away.
It's 2nd and 8.
Hurts looking to throw. And down he goes. The Lions rush gets home. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, that was so good, really, on 2 levels there defensively. Number one, with an athletic quarterback, you've got to keep him in the pocket. They did. And the more importantly, in this case, you got to finish him. Job well done.
Now Hurts on 3rd and long. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
left Yeti. Kyle left Yeti. 63. Kyle left Yeti.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. They'll go. Hurts. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10.
60 Bobcats. Let's go. 19. Mustang. 7. 19. Tight.
They'll come out throwing. Buys time, rolling right. Still has some space inside the 35. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions grow their lead just before halftime. McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Lions double their lead to 14.
Chargers 14. Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
McLaughlin has it on the team, and he's ready to send this flying. Strong with the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Only half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive. First plays a design run. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Offense to the line. 2nd down.
No touch it. 180. Come to me, it's me. 73. Hey. No touch.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. Detroit calls timeout. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Lions going to the dime look here on 3rd down. 6 DBs out there.
Kyle left Yeti.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Rolling into enemy territory. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Throwing here, Hurts. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Hurts yet again. Getting up. Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. They get the timeout called. We've got 5 seconds remaining in the half. This is a tough spot to be in. It's third and very long. Looking to throw. Chased out to his right. Moving right. Airs it out down the sideline. Oh, no. They get him yet again. And the Lions watch as the return goes out of bounds, bringing us to the end of our first half. Shades of the 2009 Super Bowl. They're going onside kick to begin the second half. And no luck, the Lions there to recover. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. All right, partner, are you on board with that call we just saw? Yes, they trailed, but it's not a huge lead. It's only in the third quarter. Hold it, you jumped the gun. Now they're in a tougher spot because they didn't recover. Did you say no?
No. No.
Why not?
Because 95% of the time or so, those things fail. Why would you do that?
He's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions grow the lead coming out of halftime.
Some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
That one right down the middle. And the Lions stretch their lead to 21.
Chase McLaughlin.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Moore with a return. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. Chargers getting set. First and 10. From the pistol, Hurts. Flushed out of the pocket. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. How about 29 yards on first down? And that's good for a new set of downs. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. On first down, Hurts. The throw right side, caught by Goddard. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Offense up to the line fast.
Brings up second and 7. That's a 42-yard line.
From the pistol, give here to Walker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. And goes to the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 8. And the Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On the play fake, it's Hurts. Headed out right. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Kirby Joseph picks it. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Halfway there on first down, that brings up second and 5. Back to throw now. And this is lofted deep down the middle. He's got it inside the 25. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that is good for Detroit first down.
That's good. Lions, first down.
From the red zone now. And he's in for the Detroit touchdown. Lions pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. McLaughlin attack on the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Lions continue piling onto this lead.
Chargers 14. Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Moore with a return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. First and 10.
No touch that. And anyone up. 63, 63, 63. No touch.
Back to work after throwing the pick. Out to his wide out, it's a screen. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 33-yard line.
Now an inside give to Walker. Still finding room past the 45. And he's finally hauled down at the 43. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down. Offense in the hurry up here.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Crowd left Yeti. Crowd left Yeti. Crowd left Yeti. No touch.
First down throwing for Hurts. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Working quickly here.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Lions' 36-yard line.
King, Phil King. Phil King. Tiger Hornet. Go Silver, ready? Yeti. Hey. No touch.
Hurts now from the gun. To the sideline, and he has the catch. Tough play for a small gain, but it does get the first.
It's a gain of 3.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. Had to balance, focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in bounds.
And anyone up. Hey. Kill. No touch.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. On the move, headed right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer, extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
A full quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their move now. They are going for this. On 4th down, Hurts pushes it toward the sideline, and he has it. Feet are inbounds. So they keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on 4th down. They'll come up on 1st and 10.
No touch that. And anyone up. No touch.
Walker now from the gun. And he comes through big here. 9 yards. It's 2nd down.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, kid. I know you do. And this one was about will power. He got the rack a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run. And a great try at that first down.
Toss play. This is Walker. He's going to be driven backwards. Looks like he's at the 8. Offensive line fast. One of the tight ends in motion left. From the gun on 3rd down. Hurts. Forced out to his right. He's got the ball on the sideline. Ooh, difficult play. Small gain, but it counts. First down.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, with some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
Thankfully, only one quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's the Chargers who have it to start the fourth quarter, but this game seems pretty far out of reach for them. Four downs now to get in. Here's first and goal.
Liking, hey, go!
Here's a design run. And the defense holds, Brock. They catch him at the 4. He only gets back to that line of scrimmage.
When you're down here this close, that's not often the spot you see for creativity. It's not rewarded very often, and that risk kind of blew up in their face.
Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's second and goal. Here's a design run. Hurts. And the defense wins this rep. That's stuffed at the line, and now they've got third and goal.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now third and goal.
Trying to run it with Walker. The stand continues. This one doesn't even make it back to the line, Brock, and it sets up fourth and goal.
A loss of a yard brings up fourth and goal.
Hey, 73.
Desperation time here. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. And the Lions will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's first and 10.
Ready?
Now a give running right. And this is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Hold the ready.
First and 10 from the 32. Back to the well again. And they're going to be humbled here on first down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
All right, here we go. Second down.
Here we go. Ready?
Off the play fake, he'll throw. And the Chargers get home, and they drop him. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. That's going to bring up a tough third down.
You're just not going to win many games in this league when you can't generate a pass rush until the fourth quarter. You needed to feel the impact from this defense earlier and more often in this game. The lack thereof, well, it's a big part of what's put them playing from behind in the final stanza of this one.
Mustang 19. Ready?
Here he goes, third and long. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing fourth down coming up.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Ready?
Fourth and forever coming up.
70. Here we go. Shot. 60. 70. Timberwolves. Ready?
Fourth down, pass coming. Buying some time right. On the right side, he's going to fire deep middle. They connect on the deep shot. He is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. One of their biggest plays of the game so far, and it comes on a fourth down gamble.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be first and goal. Looking quickly here. From the red zone on first. He rolls to his right. And we shouldn't be surprised as they connect in the end zone for yet another touchdown. The Lions continue piling it on here in the fourth. McLaughlin's extra point is up and good. And the Lions grow their lead yet again.
49. Chargers 14. Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Moore with a return. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. They got to him early, and they laid a big hit on him.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
LA offense all set. Here's first and 10. Motioning one of the tight ends. First and 10. Here's Hurts. Has it downfield, working the left. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. They get 19 on that pickup. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down. That'll be the case here as the clock continues to run. Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. Hurts on first down. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. This one misses the tight end. So second down coming up.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
Hurts gets it out wide, complete. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. And that's going to go as a pickup of 36 yards. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
It's Hurts once again. Has him on the quick hitter. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was looking for Dallas Goedert there. It's second and goal. Tough to blame him for that drop, Rock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react. And then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
He's keeping it, gotta get it forward. Ooh, no luck. He tried. He was fighting, but they send him backwards on third and goal.
A loss of 4 yards brings up fourth and goal.
Here he goes. Gotta have this on fourth down. Intercepted in the end zone. Terrion Arnold has it. And the Lions are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
Well, Kate, that's far from the first time we've seen him throw into the wrong team, but this one was probably the most costly.
Here we go, Scott. Hey, Panther 11, Panther.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Escapes the pocket. And no look there, and that throw falls to the ground. Puka Nacua, the target on that throw. And now they face second down.
On the set.
Motion.
Spin. 60 Bobcat. 19 Lions.
They're going to pass it here. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. Big gain downfield. And he will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. Give him 37 on the play. And the Lions have a first down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Buffalo 18, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
To throw here on first down. He's loaded another one up. Into a crowd and, intercepted. Benjamin St-Juste picks it off. And the Chargers make the interception on what is the final play of this game. So it's one for the win column for the Lions. And this was the type of response you always hope to see after a loss, Brock. Get right back out there and find a way to win the following week.